So, why haven't I been posting? I think I have an interesting and unusual limiting belief where I think that I haven't had a breakthrough or a big enough realization worthy of posting. I used to have a lot of these 3 years ago when I first started posting content online, especially like self development content. I would almost discover something new every single day, and it comes to a point where the more you develop, the harder it actually gets to have these new data sets. It's like leveling up in a video game. In the beginning, you level up constantly, you see a ton of growth, but after some time, you need more and more XP to level up, and it becomes a grind. That is probably the easiest way to describe the way I feel. And I don't even think that this has happened because I'm an expert in self development or I know everything about anything. And therefore, it's hard and difficult to have new realizations. I just think leveling up takes more time because the datasets I'm downloading now is more complex and nuanced, and therefore takes longer to download. I believe right now I am downloading datasets, being here in Mexico, Playa del Carmen with other people working in the online space. It just takes time for this dataset to download and be able to share that with the world. And a lot of people think that I have it all figured out. I get a ton of DMs and comments about how much value I have given them, but there's a ton of uncertainty in my life too. And this fluctuates. Like the past couple of weeks, I was not so happy with my career, and literally yesterday that took a turn. And there's still things I'm trying to figure out in my life. Like I don't feel ready to share that yet. It's very vulnerable to do so. And I want you to know that even I struggle with the complexity of life as well. Like you're not alone. And I want to download this data set, figure out this chapter of my life, and then come back and share that knowledge with you. And listen, I'm young too. I haven't really shared my age online, and that's because maturity is not about age, it's about responsibility. And I don't like being put in a box based on my age. There's a ton of things I'm uncertain about too. There are things like where I want to live, where I want to establish my home base, build my network, what I really want to do with my life. Should I go back to my family at home? Should I continue to travel? Am I surrounded, around the right people? How I should spend my money, how much should I save, how much to spend, like where should I invest it? Should I invest into myself? Should I invest it into other people, into experiences, into assets? Like, I think the answer is a little bit of everything. Being broad. I realized this after having a conversation with a lot of high value people like Colin Urison and Dan Thompson. Dan is a international wealth manager. You probably know these people, if you're in the same space as me. And I realized this after speaking with them that it's at this stage of my life, like the answer is literally a little bit of everything. Like the biggest mistake you can make is thinking it's either or, that it's black or white. Usually it's a shade of gray. And I want you to know that even I am going through uncertainty. I don't see this as a problem. I want to share that with you. This is a data set that I have learned recently. Being uncertain, uncomfortable, struggle, these are not problems. These are opportunities to grow and learn. They only become a problem when you make it a problem. And I'm actually grateful that I'm going through a period of unknowing. This means that I'm growing. This is growing pains. Remember that every time you go through a chapter of struggle and uncomfort, at the end of that, there's growth, competence, and a realization waiting to happen. Every single time I've gone through struggle or uncertainty, at the end of that, I've become a better person. I have realized that I'm in a chapter like that right now. So I'm not scared or worried about that. I'm actually really, really happy that this is a chapter in my life where I'm just trying to figure out what I'm trying to do. I'm excited to download this data set. And I'm in the middle of downloading that right now. It just takes a little bit longer to fully download because what I'm trying to figure out is a bit more nuanced. So thanks for listening to my TED Talk. If you want to support a small YouTuber, you can subscribe, leave your thoughts on my thoughts, and take care.